Content warning, homophobia, anti-vax, transphobia, Q beliefs.
Raindrops fall on my face. Just like the words of corrupt governments.
This one's titled 69. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about doses. Conspiracy theorist? Who? Me? Well, don't be so kind. You know, when you say that, it only confirms to me that I have been using my mind. Are we the new counter-culture?
Slay, girl, slay.
So there's this new religion, ideology, the identify as ideology.
We are here to protect the children.
I am not celebrating Pride Month.
Blur human sexuality, biology, and gender roles and watch the annihilation of the firm foundation of society unfold.
69 doses! Down the rabbit hole you go, the more you know. I've simply exited the matrix, the system that ultimately seeks to control.
Because Big Pharma is tied into it all, the dark and twisted cabal.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Clown Town. I'm Gus.
I'm Val. It's nice to see you. Happy Pride. And thank you so much for joining us on a very special edition of the Clown Town. Now, Gus, when you think of artistry, what is the first topic that comes to mind that really inspires people to create art?
I was gonna say love, but she's doing this for hate, so that doesn't really make sense in this case.
I was gonna say homophobia.
Okay.
It's inspired folks for as long as time has been able to record. We've had so many iterations of homophobic rants.
Gay guys are the horniest people in the world. Gay guys. They're disgusting. Dude, most of them probably have AIDS.
Homophobic literature, if you will, but I have never heard homophobic spoken word poetry. As a gay myself, I feel that I have every right to laugh at this horrible poetry and also at this homophobic person who has no right to be saying all these terrible things.
We're definitely gonna be cracking jokes during this video. We know that this is definitely a very serious topic. She gets into some stuff. She gets into some meat and potatoes. So, because of our personal connection to the topic, honestly, the only way we can get through this is laughing. Unless you want me to cry. Do you want me to cry? I'll start crying right now. Just gonna laugh through it, and we're just gonna try to have a cheeky time because this is definitely not cheeky and we want to get it out there, but also
it's pretty funny. So the person we're going to be covering today, her handle is Alex Speaks Freely. What's really funny about this is, yes, Miss Alex does speak freely. She is able to put her opinions out there on social media without being persecuted, without being unemployed by her major MLM corporation. So what is so brave about being homophobic and bigoted? I don't know. She sure acts like it.
Because she's going against the grain and the standard.
Okay.
She's going against the standard and fighting for God.
God is not happy with you being homophobic, sweetheart. Get a new hobby. He was more into foot washing and doves and
flipping tables. Water in the wine, anybody? Ooh.
Miss Alex is also in Melaleuca.
The way my face fell when you said Melaleuca.
I don't know if it really matters when I die, but what matters is that I busted down the doors. I got back on the path every day. I left a legacy for my kids. I showed them that mommy can do hard things, and so can you.
It's very, very patriotic, but in the worst possible way. I feel like in any other company, some of this stuff might not fly, but they're so, like, against the wokeists and stuff like that, that they're like, oh yeah, she's trying to free America from the gays. Go her. Speak your spoken word poetry, and we'll keep giving you a paycheck.
Miss Alex said, is somebody gonna match my free? Is somebody gonna match my free? Let's just start with the bullshit. And there's gonna be a lot of irony and sarcasm here. So if you're wondering, is that sarcastic? The answer is probably yes.
Somebody gonna match my freak? Is
one was posted yesterday, actually, so this is hot off the griddle.
Haven't seen this. The text says, is society raising a bunch of, quote, weak losers? I'm gonna choose kindness right now. Because I want to match your freak right now and be a complete douche. But I'm gonna choose kindness right now.
So here's how they often do it. They take the word or the phrase and they cheapen it. They cheapen it by playing solely on emotion.
Who's they?
Quickly.
Is it the gays? The homosexuals? Is it the genderqueers? Is it the drag queens at the library? Is it Biden? Who
is they? Wait, the only time they can use they, them pronouns is when addressing the enemy that they don't want to actually give a name.
You do understand how to use the they, whatever.
Y'all do get it.
You refuse to.
You refuse.
Anyway. I don't care to listen to the rest of this because this is not spoken word, and today we are going to be listening to art.
Art, shakack, boom. Oh, shakack, art. Did somebody mention art?
Shakespeare was reincarnated into this blonde woman.
Look at those roots. She is not a natural blonde. No shade to the non-natural blondes, but shade to this one.
I mean, God made you a brown-haired person. Oh, you get to just change your hair color because that's what you want, you sinful ass.
Choose kindness.
Muppet. Okay, are we ready?
I think I'm ready.
Everybody,
are you ready?
Get into a space where you can really let the words resonate.
The culture sweetly whispered to me that I can create a world where I am my own God, that I can be a product of all of my feelings, that I don't have to think too critically about my life or give it a second thought. They said this year I could be a woman, but next year, if I wanted, I could be a cat.
Huh?
Oh, hey, girl, you're not happy in your marriage. Just divorce that fool. Slay, girl, slay. You don't even have to look back.
I love the slay, girl,
slay. Girl, slay.
Yeah. Is this poetry or is this you just being hateful on Notes app and then putting a little intonation to it and then slapping it on the internet for all of your QAnon friends?
Also, that's the example you're gonna use? Oh, girl, your husband sucks. Divorce him. Slay, girl, slay. Oh, yeah, no, we don't like that. What?
Miss Girl, you're not even providing a situation. Because I'm thinking of lots of different situations in which I would tell my friend, yes, leave that man. Slay, girl, slay.
Exactly that. So I'm like, slay, girl, slay. Oh my God. I'm so glad you didn't show me this. That is slay, girl, slay. Oh my.
One day I can be a woman and the next day I can be a cat. Please let me know what ridiculous forums you've been listening to, because the only people that are cat are the cat girls that do it for role playing, and they're making a lot of money doing it very much.
Or that one girl, I think she's on season 4 of America's Next Top Model. They call her like Miss Kitty Girl or something. During her audition, she like walked on the floor like a cat and it would go like this.
And I'm known as Lady Cat Round. You want to see the cat walk? Yes. That tastes good.
One day I can be a woman. The next day I can be a cat on America's Next Top Model. The American dream.
Round.
You can stay at home with your husband. No one told you you couldn't. Take a break from the internet and see how you feel when you stop spewing so much hate. Maybe you won't feel the need to bleach your hair anymore. You'll have your God-given hair. It just bothers me because she's like, oh, we can modify our bodies in the way of like bleaching our hair. Oh, but we can't do things that are gender affirming. Oh no. Like that's affirming for you, but God forbid a trans person do something affirming.
God forbid a trans person wear makeup just like you're wearing makeup, right? Oh.
It's all in me.
So this one makes me laugh because she's trying to act like there's some kind of mass replacement of cis women that's happening. Like the trans women are all rising up and taking over. I would like to see it. Where is it? Where is this happening? Where is this uprising of trans women? Can I join them?
Where is this militia of trans women? Because I'm sure they have a good cause.
Do they have a Patreon? She is doing her makeup in this because, again, there's no problem with her doing that and with her changing her face the way she wants to because she is a natural woman. Natural women in the Bible definitely wore makeup just like you, right, honey? They definitely caked their face in Sephora. I'm sure. Okay, please welcome to the stage, transphobia. This is the spirit of Alex taking over. She's like, nope, you will not listen to my bad poetry and make fun of it. I am a woman who is watching the beauty industry be taken over by biological men in makeup. Who? Name them.
Name them. Name them. Name them.
And again, I know that this is a dog whistle for trans women, okay? Which they are women. Shut up. There are biological men who also include cis men, so you don't have to lump everybody in there because you're just making it sound like John Cena is taking over the scene with his face beat down. But let me ask you, you're a little bit more into the makeup scene than I am. Are you seeing any men or trans women at the forefront of the makeup industry right now?
When I was really looking into it, it was kind of the James Charles era.
But none of us like him, and he's definitely not the forefront of the makeup industry right now.
By no means, by no means. But I am seeing a lot more like, I wouldn't say it's taking over the makeup industry. Like Sephora is still, like, it's not like you got like a drag queen section and a men's section and a women's section and a them section. Like it's very much catered to women still. You go to Ulta, it's the same. Those are just the places that I've been. I haven't been to many and I don't go often, but
in the way that it is right now, trans women, drag queens, genderqueer people, anybody who maybe splits the line between cis and not cis, they all have to find things that work for them. The industry does not cater to them.
No. So, like, to see her say that the industry is being taken over is just absolutely wild to me. By no means is that true.
We still have a long way to go in terms of representation for people of all kinds, in all kinds of areas. So chill. If that's really such a big problem for you, take a chill pill. Go pray about it.
Yeah, like, I went to Sephora recently with my cousin because they had to pick something up, and I saw in all of like the photos, because you know how they have like photos and stuff like on the wall, there was like one twink, and that was like the most gender funky thing I saw. There was one twink. Power to the twink. Nothing against him. I'm just saying, like, that's it.
She saw one gay man in a photo at Sephora and she thought, I feel very attacked.
Excuse me?
Chill.
But this video is to pay tribute to the biological women and tell you that you will not be replaced.
I just want to know who's doing the replacing here truly, because y'all don't want trans people to exist. So you're replacing trans and genderqueer people with cis versions of themselves who just have to walk around in a mask. Trans people just want to exist. Trans women and cis women can actually have a beautiful solidarity. I've heard lots of trans women say, I'm very grateful to the cis women who helped me out when I was first transitioning. They lent me clothes. They showed me what worked best on a women's body. Like, there can be a beautiful solidarity. There's no need to replace anybody. There's room for everybody, unless you don't want people to be the way that they are.
It just really pisses me off because, you know what? It's almost like I want what she's saying to happen. Like, not in the way she's saying it, but like, I want gender funky people to be more on the forefront of the makeup industry and all industries. They deserve to be present. You know what I mean? Because you just don't see it.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a queer person online, so the algorithm is finding you more queer people. Like, I can see it. I have my small little group of people that I see. And it makes me really happy. I'm sure there's way more out there.
Yeah.
I just wish it was more like I saw it when I was out and not like when I'm scrolling TikTok. You know what I mean?
I wish almost she had more of a reason to actually be uncomfortable versus her creating this scenario in which trans women are trying to take over the biological cis women.
Like, where? Where? Honestly and truly, I wish I saw more trans women and more gender funky people at the forefront.
She probably has it printed out somewhere.
You change your car because Checo has been saying the car is...
No,
your driver has been going out.
Speak to my drivers.
Checo has been on the record and is in the...
Let's go and get them.
Yeah. I have it. I have it printed out.
So this part is going to be Miss Thing appropriating AAVE and Black vernacular. So let's watch her embarrass herself with that because it's pretty funny. It's not just pretty funny, it's very funny. So I have to mute the sounds because it's copyrighted, but the text on it says, when you're fighting the urge to respond, hood, because God is calling you to be more holy this time.
Ooh, now she's being racist? I need a drink. I need a drink after watching this.
Which neighborhood are you talking about?
Which neighborhood are you talking about? What do you consider the hood? You know what I mean?
What is your definition of the hood? Please, Miss Alex, I will not block you unless you start going at us and being horrible. Not gonna block you. Please put your definition of hood in the comments. I'd love to know. I would love to hear you try to define hood without being racist. Please.
How do you respond hood? That's another thing, like, how do you respond hood, Miss Alex?
Because the only hood that I'm seeing on you is a white cape with associated with 3K.
Dios mío.
Okay, we're getting through.
We're doing it.
So this is another short one. I love this for us. Ready?
Yeah. Can I say something about her eyebrows real quick?
No.
Okay.
A few moments later.
Why don't you wear your God-given brows? I can affirm my gender with eyebrows, but you can't affirm your gender with anything because you're trans. Fuck you. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm not sorry. What am I talking about?
Why are you sorry? This woman is a total homophobe.
Okay.
She can suck it. Ready?
Get ready for the millennial pause because I wanted to point that out last time, but
oh, she loves the millennial pause. But it's not just a millennial pause because usually they're just staring at the camera. She gets ready. She sets the scene. She might as well be like turning on a camera and lighting a cigarette and being like, "Hey ho ho, it is time for the poem."
Le poème.
Oh no, you're gonna scream when you hear what her setup for this one. Ready.
This one's titled 69. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about doses.
Drink to that, lady.
I need to add something.
Oh.
69.
Well, I'm thinking about
Get your mind out of the gutter. Whose fault is that for starting at the worst place possible? If you really want to make a serious point about vaccines, you can't start your poem off with, "This is titled 69.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Who put it there? You.
you.
Point of view. I am 2 years old. I've already had nearly 30 doses of vaccines.
Bruh.
HOMOPHIC. You're a homophobe. Get the fuck away from me. Hey!
HOTTOGO.
Oh, Miss Chaperone, what ate with that? What brain rot you've created this summer. Alex, honey, I don't think these are poems. I think you gotta go back to the drawing board with these, because I think these are just streams of consciousness and you putting a little funky intonation on them.
She's like, I am 2 years old.
Can you imagine if I just went on Instagram and I was like, I want a croissant, but all of the croissants, they're gone, they're off the shelves, they're too expensive anyway, even if I did want that croissant, I shouldn't be getting the croissant. Like, girl.
That was better than anything she could have done. That actually had panache.
Yeah, she thinks she's a poet, and for some reason people affirm her by reposting her poetry and by saying that her poetry is incredible and that it made them cry and that it made them think. And it really just makes me think, like, are we on the wrong track? Should we just be spoken word poets?
I think we need to go a step further. I think we need to be homophobic spoken word poets.
Honestly, I would love to see Pope Francisco's homophobic spoken word poetry. Please submit it to my Instagram, Papa Francisco.
Papa Francisco.
I will open them to you.
Papa Francisco.
Please. Also, Alex, if you want to personally negate my gender, did I just call you Jessica?
What?
Is her name? No, I thought I called her Jessica for a second.
When?
I called her Alex.
Yeah.
Well, for some second I was like, eh. Anyway, okay. We're almost at the best one, please. This is rotting my brain slowly. That's what homophobia does to you. Don't let your kids be homophobic, because they won't be left with brain cells at the end.
Actually tell your kids what a drag queen is so they're not rude and asking rude questions to people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Makes everyone's life a lot easier.
Really does. Oh no, but that's perverted. You can't do that.
I'm sorry. This made me so angry. I need to
get it away with the cookie of truth. This cookie shall guard us from all homophobic ailments.
It's a cross. He made it a cross. Sorry, I needed to nibble on something because this was pissing me off.
Ready?
You know who some real OG rock stars are? Those of you that walked away from your job, or perhaps you were forced out because you did not cave to the coercion of injecting yourself against your will.
Wow, you're so brave that you left your job.
Good for you. Not.
Congratulations, you have received one source of unemployment. And she, for speaking out on Instagram, is so much braver than any of the queer people who have been forced out of their homes for being themselves. Bravery just comes in lots of different forms, I guess. Not a gay one, though. And here, this last one is my favorite. This last one needs to go in the Sicily Chapel.
The what? The Sistine? Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, we need some like real big producer to find a beat. A good beat that they've been saving for like Beyonce. Someone big, okay?
Put it behind this.
Put it behind this.
Come on, Metro Boomin.
This is gonna go viral.
Love is one of the most meaningless phrases.
I agree, because people love to just post it on their Instagrams without doing anything else for Pride Month. It is pretty useless at this point, because cis people love to just throw it up and say, yep, love is love, but you don't need anything more legislation. I don't care about the drag queens. I don't care about you weird little gays. Love is love, though.
So, like, that's the way that it's meaningless. It's definitely not meaningless in the way that she's saying it is. It's kind of like the black squares on Instagram during BLM. It's kind of just like, yeah, see, I did something.
It's signaling that you care about the movement without actually doing much to care about the movement. That's why it's meaningless. But she's gonna act like it's meaningless because the gays are making us part of the matrix and such, you know? I'm sorry. I know that some homophobic dance teacher out there is gonna find some beat, put this on top of it, and then make their 14-year-old dance student be like, love is one of these most meaningless phrases.
Rolls on the floor.
And personally, I am not celebrating Pride Month. I'm not afraid to say it. I won't go run and hide.
Why would you be afraid to say it? What's gonna happen to you? Is the woke mob going to cancel you?
It's the mob of lesbians or whatever that we were talking about earlier. No, the mob of trans women.
The mob of trans women that is taking over the cis biological women in the makeup industry. They are coming to attack her after she said, I will not celebrate. Imagine. I will not celebrate Pride. Girl.
I will not celebrate Pride. Thunk.
Like, honestly, yeah, I wish that you would go run and hide and stop saying this ridiculous shit. But unfortunately, you are able to say whatever you want, and there are no consequences. Not fully, though, because we get to respond. And other people get to respond. And other people get to say whatever they want in response to you. Because, yeah, Alex speaks freely, Val speaks freely, Gus speaks freely, Clown speaks freely. We will respond to you in kind.
Miska Jar Jar Binks speaks freely.
And here's why. It's because I am not filled with hate. I am not phobic or any other label.
No. You're honestly, is this even homophobic? Because it's so funny. Gays only. Let us know in the comments below. Has your trauma from being a homosexual in a world that hates homosexuals been cured by this woman thinking that she was gonna try to make us feel bad when in reality, I am laughing.
My abs hurt from laughing, everybody.
This is a gift that she has bestowed upon the world and she didn't even realize it. Look at how she's yelling.
Now she's saying this with her whole chest 10 toes down.
I will not celebrate pride. Like, whatever. Don't then.
Have fun in your crunchy ass field.
Oh,
Jesus.
My God. Nobody wanted to invite you to Pride anyway because the food you make probably sucks. Do you even have good music on your phone? I bet you don't.
I bet it's the opposite of cunty, okay? What would be your Pride outfit? That? And I'm not one to judge someone's fashion taste, but if you're a homophobe, etc., I will be a bitch in kind. You're making fun of who I am and making fun of what you're wearing. Who's doing the worst thing?
And your bad poetry, because
yeah, sorry.
This sucks. I'm sorry. Like, if you tried to make Andrew Tate a haiku, it's this.
It's just that some of us have been able to peel back the veil and find that the system that touts this faux individualism is actually creating as many individuals as possible to become a blank, controllable avatar of the system.
Miss Girl.
Rectangle girls of the world.
Rectangle girls of the world.
Someone get her on a RuPaul's Drag Race lip sync immediately because this girl has armography for the gods. I can't imagine if you started putting that to Charlie XCX. Also, why are we talking about the system? Because I don't feel like the system likes gay people very much. Have you seen the bills lately?
Don't think it likes us queers very much.
But whatever.
But okay.
We'll let you live in your little fantasy in which Biden actually is blessing every single LGBTQ person at night with money and favors and such.
Kiss on the forehead.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is hard to describe, let me put it plainly.
This could have been an email.
This could have been a caption. This should not have been a poem. None of these are poems. My entire streams are YouTube streams, which you should check out, by the way, if you haven't. Yeah, those are spoken word poems. 2 hours and 50 minutes of spoken word poems.
Yeah.
If you say that this is spoken word poetry, so's that.
Hey, add that to the fucking resume, dude. Let's go.
We're spoken word poets.
They love to imprison society in these psychologically created, yes, they are beautiful, phrases such as love is love and the greater good.
Why have we moved on from Pride? Did she ever fully explain why she's not going to Pride? Okay, well, I think we've had enough.
She's not going to Pride because she wasn't invited.
Nobody wanted her there. She's upset. Some gay bullied her in high school a little bit too much, and now she takes it out by posting bad spoken word poetry on Facebook. Gus, do you feel like we've learned anything else other than that?
You know what? I've learned that not always, but homophobia can actually be very hilarious. Not always just like person yelling at you in the street. Sometimes it's spoken word poetry. I think that's beautiful.
I mean, look, homophobia has been around me my whole life. I've heard it all. You can be gay, you just can't live that lifestyle. Or, oh, being gay is just your cross to bear. It's a little boring. This. How can you call this boring?
A little boring, but like, I don't know.
I completely disagree. Are you?
Did we watch the whole thing for all of these? Some of them we were just like, ugh, we get the point. You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go watch Drag Race and Project Runway at the same time while listening to Chapel Roan in one earbud and JoJo Siwa in the other.
Both of the inventors of gay pop. Well, thank you for joining us. If you had a good time, let us know in the comments below. Who do you think we should cover next? Do you think it should be more MLM top huns like this? Should we go more in the QAnon-y type realm? Or should we go somewhere completely different?
If you want to like the videos, maybe subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Also, we do have a membership, so if you'd like to become a member, that would be very cool. We do streams, so if you ever want to join us, check that out. And we'll see you another time.
Bye! And happy Pride.
Happy Pride.